楽しいゲームに熱中でもその前に時間を決める超楽しいゲームに熱中でもその前に時間を決めるゲームやる時間決める僕たちは約束守る
時間を決めよう一日どれくらい宿題は終わらせたかな約束を作れば楽しいゲームがいつもより楽しくなるよ
超楽しいゲームに熱中いろんなゲームがあるあるある超楽しいゲームに熱中でも刺激強いゲームもあるあるパパとママに相談する自分に合うゲームで遊べ
相談をしようやりたいゲームは年齢に合っているかな約束を守って楽しいゲームがいつもより楽しくなるよ
いろんな人とつながれる仲間をたくさん作れちゃうゲームの中でつながれるでもどんな人だかわからないコミュニケーションは難しいでもうまくいった時超楽しい
新しい出会いはいいこともあるし悪いことだってあるけど約束を守って楽しいゲームがいつもより楽しくなるよペアレンタルコントロールを使ってルールを決めて楽しく遊ぼうゲームの正しい約束さペアレンタルコントロールを覚えてね
約束をしようゲームはルールを決めてから
Hello everyone. Thank you for coming to Tokyo Game Show 2024 and also thank you for coming to CESA presentation stage organized by TGS. I am your moderator today. My name is Nana Noguchi. Thank you. First of all, we will be joined by Mr. Okamura, Director of CESA, Computer Entertainment Suppliers Association, and also Chairperson of CSR Committee. Chairperson Okamura, the floor is yours. Hello everyone. My name is Okamura, Director of CESA and also Chairperson of CSR Committee. Today, I'm going to present two types of activities related with our CSR Committee. First of all, as Mr. Tsujimoto from CESA mentioned yesterday, we are issuing a fully renewed CESA Game Industry Report 2024. And the contents suggest the game industry today, and we have numbers and figures, and we want to convey the message information to the society. And I would like to highlight a couple of important topics. Please look at the slide. First of all, this is the market trend. We have the 30 trillion yen gaming market industry at the global level. It has been doubled over the past 4 years. By region, East Asia is leading the market, Japan, China, and South Korea, and also North America Europe and other regions. In these regions as well, this industry is growing. So the market is growing, and let's look at Japan now. The contents industry has now become core industry for Japan. Yesterday, there was a comment by Japanese government officials. So it is the core industry of Japan. So the sales overseas is now 4.7 trillion yen. So the just like steel industry or semiconductor industry, now contents industry is on par with these important industries. In this contents industry, game industry accounts for 60%. It is contributing to gain foreign currencies. So the contents industry, particularly gaming industry, is very important. And the market is growing, and in Japanese game industry, and we have a high expectation for competitiveness of industry in Japan. So now the scale is very large now. It means that there are more people engaged in this industry, including industries around this. It has created 200,000 jobs. So from labor perspective, this industry is very important. It is very important from a job creation perspective. And what has been obvious after our research is that it's not only about the number of people who are engaged in the industry. Their annual income is now at high level, as high as more than 7 million yen. And also the major gaming companies are very active in raising wages. In Japan, it is said that the last 30 years have been lost, but in the backdrop, game industry has grown, and then the people who are working in this industry are experiencing prosperity. That has been really obvious throughout our research, and there is a very good news. So there are people who have been playing the games since they are little kids, and there are more children who want to create games, and this is our research as well. So the game creator is the #1 job. The male elementary school students and junior high school students wants to become, and also for the liberal arts and science students, and there are the gaming companies that made a ranking that the students want to work for. So not only liberal arts, but also science, and they want to work in the game industry, and this is great. So very briefly, I talked about a brand new CESA video game industry report. It was just part of it. And you should have the pilot version of the report, and also the member of the association will get the pilot report. At the end of the year, this year, the full report will be available. And the full report will be available for general public, and the report will include all the research of Tokyo Game Show and CESA's report, and you will find a lot of valuable contents in the full report. The report will be issued on December 20th, and the price will be 55,000 yen. And please look forward to this report, because you will learn what is good about game industry, and you can be part of it. So this is the first point I wanted to make. So this is the white paper, or we call it report. Second point I want to make is this. This is the training program that CESA is working with the Agency for Cultural Affairs. This program is aiming at the training of creators that can be successful around the world. We work with the Agency for Cultural Affairs and also Japan Arts Council. So we will be joined by the guests to talk about the overview of the programs. And CESA has earned a lot of strengths, and we are capitalizing on this. And this is going to be a fun program we will offer. So please look forward to it. That is all from myself. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chairman Okamura. Now, what about the story that he delivered? Actually, the younger generation, like elementary school or junior high school, the game creator ranked as the really top 33 or top 1. It's really a bright news for us, right? So I think that it's a really good trend for Japanese companies or Japanese younger generations, and that can be a big proud of the Japanese people who are doing or engaging in the games industry. I think, of course, the Japanese games are supported or popular among the world. Of course, I know from the news, but when I look at the actual figures, it's overwhelming, I feel. And the number is somehow so overwhelming that I cannot imagine how big it is. I'm the one of the game player, but from the Japanese perspective, it's really a big proud of us. So definitely, the great program will be issued the 20th of December this year. Look forward to have the paper. So now we'd like to welcome the training programs with our guests. So firstly, Mr. Goda from the Agency for Cultural Affairs and Mr. Hayashi from Kadokawa Game Linkage. So please come to the stage. Those two, please come to the stage now. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the guests. So now we try to ask all guests for your stories. Oh, sorry. Could you pass the microphone to Mr. Okamura? Sorry for that. Thank you. So again, please sit down here. Now, firstly, I try to have a word of yourself. So Goda-san, please, the floor is yours. Thank you so much. I'm Goda, and I'm from the Cultural Agency. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you. Now, Mr. Hayashi, please. Thank you so much. I'm the KGL and also served as a representative of the Famitsu Group. I'm involved in this organization's or game industry for long years, so that I'm here. Thank you so much. Looking forward to hearing your stories. Thank you. So now, let's move on to the program. So firstly, Mr. Okamura, you have some material to show the audience, right? So firstly, please take a look at this video. Okay then, now I would like to announce again about the activities of the Top Game Creators Academy and a training program for game pro creators that we'll be working on together with the Agency for Cultural Affairs and the Japan Arts Council. To be honest, this year, the Agency for Cultural Affairs called on for an organization to lead the Creator Development Program based on the Cultural Arts Activities Foundation Strengthening Fund. And among this, the game creator, actually the CESA was chosen to take on the game development program, and the name is Top Game Creator Academy, TGCA. Thus, thank you so much. We are looking forward to hearing the program. When I look at the video, definitely that shows something about, right? And now Mr. Goder from the Agency for Cultural Affairs here is with us today. So I'd like you to talk about the overall purpose of this training program. So please. Thank you so much. Actually, many audiences were quite surprised to see me because I'm the kind of government officials. So last year in autumn, we actually developed a foundation to support the game creators. And the purpose of this, please take a look at this material. So again, this industry, as we hear from his story, is growing really rapidly, like 4 times from the previous years. And definitely, I think that younger generations are quite proactively engaging in this industry, and that's why we have a strong foundations. And the Japanese games are, as you know, all welcomed by the foreigners, definitely. So I feel that sense of that. And actually 60 years since we found as our agency. And in the bottom, you can see every year basis, we created and find the new or talent generations, like the Yoko Morishita, for example, or movie directors, or Yusuke Hamaguchi. It's quite famous. But now, for the future, the game industries are quite proactively growing, and we think that we should have the sense of the long-term year perspectives for the future growing. So that's why we selected pick up some talented people, and for thinking about the 3 years or 5 years period of trainings, we try to let them grow more and more. So that's why we founded such kind of supporting program. And also this is another fund, like CESA, as we see. CESA is some of the reading law of these organizations. But this is another project supporting creators, and that's one of it. So TGC is supporting this program as well. And here in the future, we all agencies are really welcoming and looking forward to seeing another new generations. And also we have another council named the Contents Creation Partnership with the private and public. So, for example, Chairman Tsujimoto was attending the council. And at that time, Prime Minister Kishida mentioned we need to create the foundations to support with the creators or contents industries in a cohesive or strong manner. So occasionally, we have like a prime minister elections today in Japan. But anyway, any prime minister can support this. So definitely we are proud of that, and we are confident to continuously support the creator for the future as well. We are quite surprised to hear that the Japanese government themselves supports us or support gaming industry, right? So how do you feel, Mr. Okamura? Yeah, actually, as Goda-san mentioned, the Prime Minister mentioned, actually, it's really a good thing for the Japanese government itself. And Prime Minister mentioned that fact is quite encouraging for us, and that fact is quite supportive. And now that we saw a number of enthusiasm from the audience, and that's really a good chance and occasion for us to rethink about how important it is, right? Thank you so much. So Hayashi-san, how do you feel? To be honest, game industry, that's really a good jump for us and good news for us. So the scale of the game industry is growing, and definitely the presence of game industry is also well known, and new generations are coming to our industry. Definitely the initiatives can support us. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's a good support because we have the Japanese government initiatives and foundation. That's really a good news for any younger generation, I think. I'm really happy to hear that. So now I try to ask Mr. Okamura the detailed information. Thank you so much. I try to give you the brief overview. As Koda-san mentioned, not a single year project, it's a multiple year project. And also we try to encourage the younger generation to play a leading role, not only Japan, but also overseas. So we just call it game industry. It's like a console, mobile, or platforms. We have many platforms, actions, RPG, whatever. We have a number of sections, areas. What is the graphic or the scenarios? What is the core of the titles? Definitely the talents or skills are different and varied by title. So definitely that can be another aspect of this industry. Yes, for each perspective, we need talent people, right? Yes, that's why from the CESA perspective, how we can organize the program, we have considered a number of things about this. For each area, we need to support specializing in each area. And we nominated a dedicated mentor to support them. Also, the creative advisor from the technical perspective and the business advisor from the business perspective. So we welcome a number of specialized advisors to support all of the areas, multiple areas. And also, on the other hand, we assigned the actual professionals who are already working for the giants, the game giants, especially selected from the CESA membership enterprises. Luckily, we have a number of connections with the big giants in game industry. So that's why we are successfully structure a good programs for the game developers in the future. That's really a strength of our organization. Definitely that can be a good chance for younger generations to work with the actual professionals who are already playing a leading role in the game industry, right? Yes, of course, we don't say that it's just make on time by the deadline. That's okay. No, it's not. We need to sharpen our skills or make it sophisticated more and more from the creator's perspective. Definitely, we are aiming, encourage them to aim for the contests across the world, and definitely that can be a good platform for them to get the good talent or knowledge, skills, etc. Of course, to aim for that, we need like a talent to lead them, younger generation, like a charisma for them. That's why we recruit the creator, which is quite applicable for principle of TGA. So that's why we welcome him, invite him. So please give a round of applause. Now here is the principal of our organization. So please come to the stage now. Level 5, CEO level 5, Akihiro Hino. He's a principal of this organization. So please come to the stage. Hino-san. Welcome, Hino-san. Thank you so much for coming here. So I try to ask you for your story. So could you give us a brief self-introduction? I'm Hino from level 5. I produce games such as Yokai Watch, Professor Raven series, Inazuma 11. I also write scripts for anime based on games as a game creator. And that's why I feel like I do not do a number of jobs as a president of this company, to be honest, because I'm kind of engaging in game creation itself. So, but anyway, it's really appreciated for me to join this. An honor for me. Thank you. I tried to ask you a number of things, but Mr. Okamura, could you tell me why he is selected as a principal of this organization? Yeah, definitely. You have already known that. But to give the good program, definitely we need the experience as a chairperson. And definitely you know that Mr. Hino had a number of good records of the game creators. And he is doing like a president role, programmers, directors, a number of roles. So definitely that he can be a good model, so role models for the future younger generations, I guess. So that's why I selected him. Of course, thinking about the future, definitely there are a wide range of areas to be needed as an expresser of the games or titles. And he also has the experience to issue that and make it happen. So that's why I think that I asked him to be a principal of this organization. Thank you so much. So as Goda-san mentioned, the arts from the arts perspective, it's not only the games, right? It's just like the arts or related to arts. So I tried to ask Mr. Hino from this on. So firstly, could you tell me what is the creator around the world? What is the figures of those kind of people? Of course, from the creator perspective, I watched a number of creators as a creator, many developers of the games, like who achieved something. It's not for the money, to be honest, but they are purely creator, like aiming for sophisticated products, and definitely they are enjoying what they are doing. Of course, the money is somehow the reward of doing their performance, but they themselves believe that the performance is the pure core of their business, not for the money only. So when we found it and trained them, and definitely I tried to let them be the leader of the game industry in Japan in the future. It's really fun for me. And definitely I try to, through this program, I try to find out the pure creators or successful creators in the future. Thank you. So, as Mr. Hino mentioned, you are engaging in a number of titles. Definitely you have experienced a number of trials and errors. When you face the challenges, how do you overcome it? Actually, there are a number of things to overcome the hurdles. Sometimes it's successful, sometimes it's not successful. There are a number of trials, errors.
So even if everything does not go well, if you do something you love, you can overcome the challenges. When I was in 20s, I would go to the office, and actually when I go to bed, I couldn't wait for the next day, I wanted to come to the office. I don't know how much it relates to many people. That's how I saw my job. It was not really my job. It was as if I was going to the theme park. And I really look forward to the next day working. That is about creative work. This is about you want to do creative work. So I want to really find people like that. So if you continue doing what you like, and that will lead to the successful path in the world. So let's move on to the next question. Why did you want to become a game creator? Yes. Well, I was a nerd when I was a kid, meaning that I loved computers. I did programming when I was in elementary school. I was not usual kid, if you will. But I was not really into games. Even though I liked the mechanics, I was not into games. I did not think about doing game for work. But then I met Dragon Quest 3, and that game got me excited. I was amazed, and I cried playing games. And I was surprised at myself crying when I play the games. It's not only about the technical interest. It was not really the toy that is fun to play, but I was moved and I cried when I played the games. That was the timing when I thought that it could be really exciting job. So I was doing a job hunting. There were multiple companies who gave me job offers, but we turned them down. And I went to a game company. And there is a booth by Square Enix, who created the Dragon Quest 3. I do not get paid by saying this. I'm not really advertising for Dragon Quest 3, but that was the game that really changed my life. Okay, the game changed your life. That's right. Dragon Quest 8 and 9 are the games that I worked as the person in charge. And Hori-san was the person who I admire. And actually, I got to work with him, and I really enjoyed working with him. So once again, so you involve with the person who created what you like and doing a creative work together. So this is something we should be promoting. Thank you. So the Hino-san has a great level of passion, and games will be created. And I think everyone is going to be excited. So people should have a great level of passion as much as Hino-san has. So the Hino-san, can you hear about your determination about this program? Yes, as I said earlier, we want to do something with young people. I want to share my experience with the young people. And in this program, you will get to see the creators, and it's going to be rare. And those creators are working on the front line. They don't usually do teachers, but they will be at the school teaching you. And not only me, but those creators on the top level will come to the academy, and they will support young generation. And this is what the program is about. So this is brand new way of creative work. So those creators who have a strong policy and pride, and we think we can train people as such. So I look forward to it. So yes, we look forward to those graduates from the academy. So now we have all the guests. So let's have some cross talk. So we have one topic we want to discuss together. The trait of the creator that is required in the game industry. So what kind of the creator do you want to see in the game industry, Mr. Okamura? Yes, as you can see in the report, in the game industry, Japan is ahead of the curve. So it's not really Japan is catching up, but people have to really create the new path. And as Hino-san mentioned already, so they should be people who are creative and those who challenge themselves. That is kind of the passion they have to have. Otherwise, we cannot be at the front line. Creativity and the mentality to challenge themselves are important. Yes, that really relates to what Hino-san said earlier. What do you think? Yes. So there are not many people actually who think on their own way. Many people follow some people's instructions. So not really following what you are told to do, but you should be doing what you think is the right thing to do. So that's what we have to see. Otherwise, we cannot go to our right direction. So creativity and imagination, right? So you have to have clear vision about what you want to create. So again, not really following the instructions. So that is kind of the people we want to nurture. But there are technologies and skills. You have to have some kind of the foundation. The only vision would not get you there. So you have to have a certain skill, and then you will have to have something you want to create. Okay, so a mental aspect is going to be very important. So being creative is very important, but also having fun is going to be very important. Hayashi-san, what do you think? Yes, I may echo what Hino-san has said. I actually interview a lot of game creators, and they all love creating games. They are curious, they have a good skill for planning and implementation. They have to have that because creating a game is usually a multi-year project. So you have to have that kind of passion for long term. At the end, there has to be a budget and schedule, yes, but at the beginning, you should not be really focusing on that. You have to really continue working. I think that is kind of the creator we need. Yes, a continuous effort is important. Goda-san, what do you think? What kind of the game creator is needed for the world? So the principal Hino said something very important. So I'm kind of jealous, like how you enjoyed your job. So the Agency for Cultural Affairs belong to Education Ministry, and you know the many people believe that education today is to give up what you like and compensate what you are not good at and have the a higher comprehensive score. So today's discussion was the stark reminder we have to change our education system. Okay, so lastly, I would like to talk about the schedule going forward. There are criteria for application. Because this program is aiming at training creators having great ideas and then skills that can create great game IP and contents. So if you are 30 years old or younger as of the end of March 2025, you are eligible. And you can be professional or amateur, and you have to have experience of at least creating one game title, and you should not be make a living by publishing the games. So these are the criteria for application. And going forward, this is a schedule. Website will be established at the end of October 2024, and application will continue until January 2025. Selection process is start in February 2025, and in March, those participants will be decided, and program duration will be 2 years from April 2025 to March 2027. And today at noon, the website will be established, and you can register yourself with the email format. And PR booth will be opened in Hall 10 area 1 p.m. today. So please visit the booth. And also the Tokyo Game Show Digital World is available until October 6 in Dessert Garden, TGCA area. It's also going to be open noon today. So if you have enjoyed the digital world already, or you are going to enjoy them later, you can visit the place.
Well, time flies and it's almost time for the end. I'd like to ask each of you to say a few words in closing. First, Mr. Goda from the Agency for Cultural Affairs, please. Thank you so much. I'm overwhelmed with Principal Hino, his passion, and definitely we try to support and renew our activities to develop this program. Thank you so much. Then Mr. Hayashi, please. It's really worthwhile of doing this, and visible numbers, creators are clear for us. And from the game media's perspective, we try to support all of the members who are engaging in game industry. Definitely, we try to be somehow a contributor for developing these organizations or industry. Thank you. So, Mr. Okamura, please. Definitely, it's really overwhelming. Many popular titles are announced and available for trial play at the Tokyo Game Show. Thank you so much for your creators, atmosphere, and passion. As the organizers of not only this program, but also the Tokyo Game Show and CEDC, we at the CESA will work to ensure that the Japanese game industry, with the Tokyo Game Show at its core, becomes a place to further stimulate the creator economy. Thank you so much. Thank you. Finally, Principal Hino, please. Thank you so much. Definitely, when I hear this program, definitely it's just overwhelming and sophisticated. And when I hear or what they are doing or what they are creating, definitely it's a good occasion for them to study with them or work with them. It's really a good chance. And I try to be a student of this organization, to be honest. But unfortunately, I'm over 30, so unfortunately, I'm not the student. But anyway, this is a really rare occasion. So I try to encourage creators of the younger generations or creators to engage in or join in this program. So why not work with the game creators in the top notch of this industry? Definitely that can be a good occasions or lesson learned from them. So we try to, of course, deliver the stories to be a good creator for the future. Thank you so much. Looking forward to your stories or lessons. Anyway, thank you so much, all the members who are in the stage. Anyway, so thank you so much. That's all about the CESA presentation. So Tokyo Game Show 2024 will continue. So please enjoy. Thank you so much for watching.